Today, I'm going to be going over whether Florida is headed for an insurance crisis and what that means for you if you plan to buy in or live in Sarasota, Florida. Insurance premiums in Florida are rising, and Sarasota is not immune. Thanks to increasing storm activity, rebuilding costs, and a long history of litigation, Florida's average homeowner insurance premium now tops $6,000 per year. That's over 3 times the national average. And if you're near the coast, beachfront premiums can run much higher depending on your location, home elevation, construction type, and wind mitigation features. Flood insurance is a separate and critical piece of the puzzle. Standard homeowner policies in Florida do not cover flood damage. If you're in a designated flood zone, or even close to one, you'll likely need a separate policy through the National Flood Insurance Program, also called NFIP, or a private provider. NFIP caps out at $250,000 for the structure and $100,000 for contents, so higher value homes often need excess flood coverage as well. Windstorm coverage may not be included unless you add it. Some policies now exclude wind damage entirely unless it's purchased separately. This is especially common in high-risk areas near the beach. Many buyers end up needing a wind-only policy through providers like Citizens, Florida's state-run insurer of last resort. Without this coverage, a major storm could leave you exposed to serious financial risk. Mitigation matters, and it can save you thousands. Homes with impact-resistant windows, reinforced roofing, and proper elevation tend to see much lower premiums. Getting a wind mitigation inspection can qualify you for discounts. And if you're building or renovating, those upgrades can reduce long-term insurance costs dramatically. The 2024 hurricanes exposed some hard truths about the market. Storms like Hurricane Milton caused between $20 and $40 billion in insured damages. Material and labor shortages pushed rebuilding costs up 4 to 5%. Some homeowners even received non-renewal letters out of nowhere as some private companies change the type of property risk they choose to focus on. But despite all that, the market didn't collapse. Insurers absorbed the losses, Citizens' policy count actually dropped, and private carriers began stepping back in. That's all great news. Litigation and reinsurance are still driving up costs. Florida accounts for 79% of homeowner insurance lawsuits in the US, with only 9% of the claims. The legal imbalance has forced reinsurance rates up, which trickles down to you, the homeowner. Lawmakers are working on reforms, and some of that is already helping stabilize the market, but it'll take time before we feel it in our wallets. So, is Florida in a crisis? Yes and no. Affordability is a huge concern. Coverage options are shrinking in high-risk areas, and some homes are deemed uninsurable for various reasons like severe, repeated damage, or structural issues, including the roof. But overall, the market is more stable than in past years. New companies are entering, litigation is trending down, and most insurers were prepared for 2024's storms. There's cautious optimism, but no one's calling this easy. Florida homeowners, especially in Sarasota and coastal areas, are facing higher insurance premiums, tighter coverage terms, and increased scrutiny than almost any other state. While the market has shown signs of stabilization, the financial pressure is still very real. Between rising rates, separate flood and windstorm policies, and stricter underwriting, buyers and sellers need to plan ahead and understand the full cost of ownership. If you're considering a move to Sarasota and want to talk about what it really costs, feel free to give me a call.